things or bad things, but man, he sounds like a 16-year-old girl. Like, I'm the best at everything, but I never do anything wrong.
Please, everybody, mute the lines. Thank you.
All right.
Hey guys, how are y'all doing tonight? We'll be started here shortly. We'll give it about 2 or 3 more minutes for people to hop on. We have over 100 and something people on already, so we'll be started here shortly. Thank you.
So before we slide in the Google.
All right, guys, send out any last minute. We'll be getting started here shortly. Yeah, Gavin, I can hear myself. Too.
Ricky, I think that's Aaron.
What'd you say, Chris? All right, guys. It looks like we're gonna It looks like we're gonna be maxed out tonight. We're approaching the 200 mark, and as soon as we do, we'll get started. 195, 197, 198, 199, 200. All right, so that's it. Our call will only hold 200 people, so we'll go ahead and get started. Hey, Chris White, are you out there, buddy?
Looks like it holds more than 200 because we're at 205.
Okay, so he must have upgraded this, and that's great. Hey, Gavin, you want to kind of start off the call on what we were talking about just a few minutes ago?
Oh my goodness. I'm still, just so everybody knows, I'm still like digesting everything. Wow. So I was talking to Ricky kind of about just, you know, this team, like this, how much growth we've had and where we're at and where we're headed. And, you know, I know a lot of people are probably hopping on this Zoom. Maybe you didn't make convention. You've seen all the excitement. You're like, what's new? What's going on? So what I wanted to kind of share with you guys is that, you know, what's happening here is going to naturally happen. And everything is in our best, corporate has positioned everything for what's in our best interest. I mean, the tools that are coming through the app, sample system that's coming, all of that's going to be great. And what I encourage you to do to make sure that you are in the know, because there's nothing that you, if you miss convention, it's okay. There's nothing that you really missed that you're not going to get on the corporate webinar as far as updates. You're going to be in the know. What's so important about convention, these events, is us as a family getting to know each other and build those relationships and collaborate. So understand that. But, the main thing, Thursday night, you're not going to want to miss that webinar that's at 7 o'clock Central Time, because the information is going to be coming directly from corporate. It's not going to be redundant. So the purpose of tonight's call, really, guys, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people sharing, and it's awesome that I get to kind of kick it off, because convention this go round, it was really different. It was kind of the conviction that I've been looking for all along in this industry, just seeing everybody winning, just, like seeing when they called the bronzes on the stage, the fact that literally there was a limit, I think, a weight limit on the stage for how many people could even be up there. It was too many. And it's really cool to see that we're creating a middle class here, and we've been able to do this through all of the challenges that we've had. And now things are smoothing out, and we're getting all of these additional tools, and we have some products coming in the future. There's so many incredible things. But if I had to give everybody a tip right now, and I know that Ricky and I and Chris and a lot of people on this call, we've talked about it, is I'm getting ready. I want to go on a 90-day run. I'm gonna put my head down, and I'm gonna be clear. I'm gonna treat this as day one. And no matter where you are in your journey, I encourage you to get back to what makes this what it is. What's going to create growth for you? And that's always going to be talking about your product or the opportunity, or really building relationships with new people. And you can't get away from that. And a lot of times it's easy to get caught up in what's changing, what's different, how's the comp plan going to look, how do I do this new sample thing? And all of that's important, but we're all in the same boat. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. And where we're at right now is a pivotal time as a company, because we're not just a small company anymore. People are looking at us. Leaders are being attracted not to the products or to the comp plan or to any one specific thing over another. They're attracted to the way that we're making people feel. And to be honest, there's nothing out there. People, I say it all the time, I'm going to say it again, people quit products, people quit companies, people don't quit people. And you have to keep building people. You have to keep building those relationships and understand that you have something incredible to offer people. It's not just about their story with the coffee. It's their story that you can help them create for success in their life. And how are they going to create a story? They're going to do that by helping others create a story. So what I encourage you to do is get back to the basics. Get back to day one. You just got enrolled. You just got started. Who are you going to share this with? Who are you going to share the way that you feel on this coffee with? And who are you going to sample? Get back to the absolute basics. I'm talking to myself more than anyone else right now, because I need this. And the other thing, convention coming up in Dallas in February. Right now I'm not that great at math. I know basic math, 100 and something days going into February, 4 months to start creating your story now. And each and every one of you that are on this Zoom has the opportunity to create an incredible story for yourself and people that you don't even know yet. And that's an exciting thing. So that's really all I got. I could go on and on, but be on Thursday night so you know kind of where we're at, where we're going. And I had an incredible time with all of you at convention. It was cool getting to finally meet a lot of you that I see on these Zooms, and just getting to just hang out as a family and as a team. Nothing in this world can possibly compare to that. So thank you for letting me talk.
Thank you, Gavin. Hey guys, I want to do cover this though, and I'm gonna let Robert kind of take over on the Zoom, not on the Zoom, on the webinar come Thursday. But there's a lot of people saying, hey, there's a wrong price on the magazine and on the website or whatever. Guys, I want you guys to understand this. We're under a public company, okay? So the wholesale prices, okay, that stuff cannot be discussed or printed on paper, okay, until it's announced by our public corporation, okay? Our public stock company. So what does that mean? What that means is affiliates, we're affiliates, we're gonna get wholesale pricing, okay? Number two, there's gonna be retail pricing. And number three, there's gonna be a smart ship pricing. What does that mean? They're all gonna be different, but since we're affiliates, our price is gonna be a little different than smart ship pricing or retail pricing. Does everybody understand that? Please type in any comments if you have any questions, please. All right, moving on. I guess we didn't have any questions. Yes, understand. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Francisco. We also ran a promo last month, guys, for the bronzes and the silvers. There was 4 prices, $250 for bronze. Why do we do that as leaders? Is because whenever you achieve the bronze level, to me, that's the most important rank in the whole company, because once you learn how to go bronze, all you have to do is duplicate your efforts and teach those bronzes to go silver. All you're doing is doubling your effort to get to the next rank. That's why bronze is important. So we did a promo last month, and there was 4 prices that paid out $250 for the bronzes, which congratulations to all of you guys that won. And there was 2 prices for silver. There was a lady that just came into our business, I want to say about 6 weeks ago, and she was able to achieve bronze and silver in the same month, and she just happened to get her name drawn for bronze and silver. So I don't know if Kari Lou, are you out there? I'd like to share, if you don't mind, kind of share your excitement coming out of convention, and then whenever Carol did that drawing today and you won $750, and how you're feeling moving forward. Like Gavin was saying, you know, he's going on a 90-day run. What are you doing with your business coming out of convention, and what was your takeaways?
Oh my God, I'm going to try. First of all, I'm so excited. So I'm trying to speak English slowly, but I know Barbara is there, so she can help me to translate, maybe.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
I can help you also, okay? I'm the official translator. I'm the official translator here.
Look at this. This is teamwork, isn't it?
We're ready, baby.
Yeah. I'm so excited about the opportunity. And today, when I saw my name 2 times, I say, that's true. That's really. Oh my God. So thanks for that. I'm so excited. In this convention, I learned about not the company, I learned about the family. I know lo voy a decir, I'm going to speak in Spanish.
Go ahead.
Lo más que me gustó es ver los reales, los apasionados y los familiares que son con todo el mundo, no importa qué posición.
All right. So what she said is, what she liked about the convention was the reality, the real people, you know, at the convention, no fake people. And what else, Kari Lou?
Los reales, lo apasionados, passion, about helping other people. It's not about the money, it's about help others. The money is coming later, you know? So,
Right.
So is in my vision right now, because I'm a health coach. I always help people all the time with the transformation and health. But when I talk with Barbara last chat, we talk about now it's different with me, because it's not only about losing weight. It's about changing your life, about the emotions, how the people feel, the happiness. And after that, the people started losing weight or making money. So my vision is help everybody to no más depresión, no more depression, no more sadness, And this is a product when I start using, I thinking about helping people losing weight. But after that, when I see the people with the testimonials and everything, everything is changed now. Everything is changed. I want everybody with a coffee. Everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Catty Lou. I'll just summarize it for you. Thank you for hopping on and sharing. Appreciate you. So basically what she was saying, guys, in Spanish is that, you know, the same thing that Chris and I have been teaching you guys. It's all about the people. You build the people will build the business. You love on people. They're not going to, you know, people will quit a business, but they're not going to quit a family. And that's what we were getting throughout the whole weekend. You know, people that didn't know us coming up to us and going, oh my God, I feel at home, you know, and that's what we've created here. We were blessed to take Robert O'Blon's vision, and, you know, we were broken before. A lot of us have done network marketing for a while, right? We were looking for a home. We found it here, and then we took that out to the field and really started loving on people and, you know, caring about people and not really caring about the money, because we knew that if we help a lot of people, the money's going to come. With you starting a business today, focus on helping people. Don't worry about the comp plan. Don't worry about this. Everything is going to work out. What happens is the more people that you go out there and impact and help achieve whatever it is that they're trying to achieve, which you should know that because you're enrolling the person into the business, guess what? Everything's going to work out for you. Okay. So thank you so much, Catty Lou, for sharing. Is there any other leaders out there? Sean and Kim McLean, you guys make it on tonight?
Hey, there we go. I had to figure out how to unmute real quick. Yes, sir. We just made it home about 30, 45 minutes ago.
All right. In a quick 2 minutes, because there's going to be a lot of people sharing tonight, a lot of excitement coming out of convention. What was your biggest takeaway from this weekend, Sean and Kim?
Dude, we haven't seen anything yet. The amount of people that walked across that stage was mind-blowing. And the reality is, like, this baby's just starting to be birthed. Like, it's so brand new. There's a waiting room full of people just wants to see this new baby. Guys, I'm telling you, don't hesitate. Now's the time. And go out and build your business. I'm with Gavin. I'm putting my head down for 90 days like I've never done before. I'm talking about dead serious, head down, and we're going to go out and blow up this business. My greatest takeaway, man, the whole thing was just mind-blowing. Where we're going, this new comp plan, this is so big. It fit on a 4x6 postcard. That's super awesome. I love it. It's so simple. I talked with the promoter of mine. I'm not sure if I've seen her on here. Guys, so many people on tonight. Guys, I think the underlying theme that I've heard from every single person is that no matter who they talk to, everybody treats everybody the same, no matter what. And so that was a blessing for me to hear from some people in the team today. That was absolutely awesome. And I just want to say thank you to all you awesome rock stars that just love people and treat them like you would your own family, your own parents, your own children. That's the community we're building here. If you just love on people and keep this thing simple and get coffee in their mouth, let the coffee do the work. And, you know, Zig Ziglar said it 30 years ago, help enough people get what they need, you'll have everything you want. And that's the name of the game, guys.
Amen. Thank you for sharing, Sean. Guys, my biggest takeaway from the weekend was whenever Larry Thompson, Keith Halls, Taylor Thompson, and John Fleming got up on stage at the end of the event, and, you know, Robert was basically asking them why you guys are here. And their stories, you know, these guys are icons in the industries. And for them to, you know, be here with us is really a true blessing, because like I was telling some people last night, you know, after the event, in a basketball team, you usually have two superstars, right? Because a team cannot afford to pay the third, right? Same thing with football. You got a good football player and you may have a really awesome receiver, but it's very seldom that you have 3 or 4, rock stars on the same team. And we are so fortunate and blessed to have these icons that seen Robert LeBlanc's vision and came to Robert wanting to be a part of this, guys. That's pretty impressive, because now as we're going into our second year in business after November, people were doubting us. People were saying it was a scam. It wasn't going to work, blah, 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 blah. Now, through what you guys have done as a team, as a company, now everybody's looking at us, guys. Like Gavin said a minute ago, myself, I know I'm going to run for the next 90 days going into convention. I'm going to act like I started my business tonight. I'm super excited about what the future holds here for all of us, and you should be too. With that being said, I'll pass the call over to Chris.
Hey, can y'all hear me? Because on my computer, for some reason, my volume wasn't working. Can you hear me okay, Rick?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. So, one, I want to point out a couple things. One, we're hearing over and over and over how we made people feel and all of that. And I want to share with you guys, as you start moving up through the ranks and as you start building a pretty big team, to whom much is given, much is required. And we have to be very careful that we always are mindful of the way that people feel when they come up to us and talk, right? And I'm just going to share a little bit of my experience. When we went to the VIP party, like I literally wanted to walk from, to the food, right? And it's like a 10-foot section. And I got stopped 15 times, like to go 10 feet. And then basically I saw Robin and them over in the corner, and basically I wanted to go over there, and I got stopped 30 times on the way to Robin. And I'm sharing that because, there's like, it would have been easy for me to go, hey, look, I need a whatever. And people can take that as being rude or whatever. So guys, it actually takes energy to make sure that you're giving these new people energy, because honestly, that they are why we have what we have as leaders. We just stand on the shoulders of the giants who are the new people that are coming in, and the new people that we're helping them realize that, like, our job, our role is to help them believe that they have it in them already to be incredible. Like, I got into the elevator, and it was a young lady from Hawaii. I believe she was in Gavin's group, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm in the elevator with Chris Schweda." And guys, I'm just Chris, right? I'm no different than she was. I'm no different than anyone else. And I remember being new in the business. I remember being new in this industry, and how I looked at the leaders as it was a big deal. And now being in that role, guys, I'm just the same as you. And I'm sharing this because many of you all, one, are going to move up through the ranks. And then there's other people that might have a belief system that we are different, or that you're not good enough, or that you don't have it inside of you to be incredible. And I just wanted to share this, guys. I am a horseshoer. I literally was under a horse's butt the majority for years. That's what I did every day. That was my identity. I smelled bad. Like, literally, I was solid in sweat and smelled, if you smelled with a horse's foot that's staying in its own stuff all day, if you know what I mean. It's not glorious, right? So I had to make sure that I'm staying connected with who I am, and never get to where it's like, guys, and I'm only sharing this because, guys, you are good enough. And what we shared before the meeting is, for the event, my biggest thing that I wanted was, I wanted the people that were there to visualize what it's going to be like when they're up on stage, when it's their turn, when they're up there. And the only way that you do that is create an environment where people feel great, where people, to where they want to work with you because of the way that you make them feel. And it's so important to do that. So I'm not going to ramble anymore, and I'm not going to really share any more on the phone tonight. But I saw Melissa said that she wanted to share. Melissa, you out there? And then I'm going to introduce y'all to somebody real quick, too. Melissa, you out there?
Hey, Chris, I am. And this is stepping way out of my comfort zone to ask to talk. But I just wanted to share one of my biggest takeaways, and that was when Taylor Thompson got up and shared, and we talked a lot about Elevate Pink and this mission to encourage, empower, and edify women on the team. And what stands out to me is as I scroll through these 12 pages of amazing people on this team and on this call, it's mostly women. And like I started counting all the women, and then I lost count, and I thought maybe it'd be easier if I count the men. And it's not to discount men, because we have an amazing team, both men and women, but to have a company that embraces the fact that this industry is mostly made up of moms and wives, of women, of people that wear many, many hats. And to see Taylor get up there, and I'm going to get a little bit choked up, but I won't. But when she said, as long as she'd been in this industry with her husband, Larry, she'd always been Larry's wife. Introduced as, this is Larry's wife. And yes, guys do rock too. You are correct. You guys do rock. But when she came to Robert with this idea to edify and empower and uplift women, he embraced it with open arms, and like it's a movement. And what you're going to see is such a huge movement that it's taking like a couple of pages in our new magazine. And who has 2 magazines within a year of opening? We're under a year old. But what I think is so great is that not only did Robert embrace this vision that Taylor's had for a very, very long time, but to hear the heartbeats of the 3 B's and the T, like I can't even remember all their names right now. I'm a little bit loopy from all the excitement, but to know that this is all just happening as a reflection of an idea that Taylor had a while back, and now it's coming to fruition, and it's just going to be really, really empowering and encouraging. I kind of lost my train of thought when somebody was unmuted, but and also what I love is this button right here. Can you guys see that? At first I thought this was some corny thing that was going to wear some flair, bring back the 80s, but this thing worked. I got 7 phone numbers on my way through the airport. I got 2 at FedEx, and I got 1 at the airport in Des Moines from wearing this button. And now all of our new people are going to get this button when they get in their welcome kit. So I guess that's what I wanted to share. So
awesome. I'm going to turn it back over to Ricky. Go ahead, Ricky.
I'm sorry, Chris. I was going to talk about that button real quick. Guys, I was talking to Gavin earlier, and like Melissa was saying, that button, we were all wearing this at conference, and everybody, like you would get into the elevator, they go, I want to be happy. I mean, it was amazing, and you're going to be getting this on your welcome kits for the new promoters and stuff. So I was talking to Gavin on the way in home today, and I was like, man, we need to just make shirts like that, because if we're going out to the field, right, and you're scared to talk to people or whatever, if they talk to you, you're going to talk to them back. So we're working on some t-shirts that it's going to say the same thing the button does, and we'll keep you guys updated. I did also wanted to cover, because there's so many new people, and I think we need to start doing this on every Monday night Zoom. It's our calls, guys. I'm going to create a flyer. It will be posted on the Team Rise page tomorrow, so everyone knows when our team calls are, our trainings, our opportunity Zoom. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow by noon. The flyer will be up on the Team Rise page, okay? Guys, please save this. Send it back to yourself so you guys have it as you're duplicating your business. You can start getting this information out there. And the reason I'm going over this is because we're growing at a very rapid pace. And I was talking to quite a few people at convention, and they're like, well, I don't know when the calls are, etc. It's because we're moving so fast, okay, guys? And we want all of you to be successful. So I'm going to make sure that I put that information out tomorrow. So you guys go to the Team Rise page, copy the photo, and send it out to your teams. Thank you so much. And I think Chris was going to let me introduce a guy that I was able to meet over the weekend. Actually, whenever me and Chris started, you know, talking about this vision, this dream, and all of that, there was a couple of people that came into Chris's mind. And this guy, Bob, was one of them. They had built a business previously before and had a very successful business. But Bob was in the point, he didn't want to start another startup, you know, because of the issues that we all went through, you know, for months. But I believe that Bob is on right now. And guys, I want you to understand this. I don't benefit nothing from what Bob is going to do. He's going to be on Chris's other leg. And I want you guys to understand that what we're building here is completely different than anything you've ever built in your life. Why? Because we're like a family. We help each other, whether we're benefiting from one or another, we're helping each other. And I was able to really bond with this guy over the weekend. I like him a lot. I think he's going to bring a lot of value to our team as a whole as he starts building a business here. So I wanted to introduce you guys to Bob and let him kind of give you his takeaways on what took him so long to get here and why he's excited coming out of this convention this weekend. Bob, you out there?
I'm here, Ricky. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir. Take it over, bud.
So listen, first of all, man, I got to tell you, you are an absolute true winner of a leader. And it was a pleasure meeting you. It's obvious, it's apparent with this group you're growing. Gang, you know, I came to this event very low key. I came to this event really out of 1,000% respect for my best friend who really wanted to lock arms last November. Now, I got to say, you guys are absolutely amazing. And I'm not just saying that. I've been through 3 startups in my career that lasted about 18 months, some of them 9 months that were gone. And you deal with a lot of disappointment. And you guys held it together. And I think of all the takeaways, what really got into me was you guys made me want to be there. And that's a big difference. That is, that's like Gavin was saying, people join people, right? And what I love about what Robert has done is he's surrounded himself with people better than him in the different sections of business that he needs help with, right? He understands the power of utilizing the talents of other people. And I was sitting there on Sunday recognizing that very point. And I want you guys to recognize that. You know, everybody in the team brings something of significant value to other people. And that's what I got. I felt in that room a true, no ego, servant-driven community that was there for one purpose, and that was to help people. You know, you'd mentioned this earlier, Ricky. You said, you know, it's all about helping people, and it is about helping people. One of the things I did early on, a few years back, I changed when I make my list. You probably call it your contact list or your prospect list. I now call that the people I'm going to help list. And when you have a list like that, then you're not apprehensive to call anybody, because the reason you're calling them is to help them. And that is the true essence of this game. And then the last thing I'll say, man, I didn't get a chance to really talk to a lot of you. I was a little bit kind of out of my own character this weekend, is more of an introvert than an extrovert. And really, I was just observing. But one thing that is exciting to me today is having a conversation with Gavin. Gavin, you get it, brother. You're going all the way to the top. You're going to take your team with you. I have no doubt about that. And I was sharing with him that this whole business is nothing more than serving people, as many people as you can, 90 days at a time. And we go into convention, and those 90 days of exhaustion, of, your stick-to-itiveness, your commitment, your desire. Because listen, there's days, all of us, up and down, right? And so everyone goes through that. Doesn't matter what level of leadership you're at. So if you're having one of those days, understand that that's normal. But we go through all this, the trenches for 90 days, helping everybody advance. And that event, if you've never been to an event, and I know circumstances prevent people from being able to be there, but that event is really a celebration of what the team did together for 90 days. And you guys were the epitome of what real successful organizations are. And I'll tell you, Ricky, I actually reached back out to Chris. I said, man, you got to tell me what in the heck is going on with these numbers, because this is not normal. You guys got to understand what Elevocity has is not normal. An instant gratification product that takes hold immediately, that most people feel the first time they take it, that people are talking to you before you talk to them. I mean, this is not normal. And so what I say is, gang, just hold tight to your leadership, because you have some of the best in the industry. And I only just met these guys. You can tell from aura, you can tell from character immediately. And just listen to what they're saying. Stay consistent. Take massive action. I know I will be. I just went out and got some new high tops for your own good there, Ricky. So I'll be strapping them up. And I'm chasing a lot of you guys. I'm coming behind you guys. I have so much gratitude for you guys bringing this ship through the trenches and through the mud to be able to lay that foundation. I almost feel a little guilty. And now I can come in and just kind of go run. The plane's getting ready to get on that runway. And I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you guys and everybody on the team. You're super huge. I want you to know you were a super huge inspiration to me this weekend. And I'm just looking forward to being a part of this team that seems to be elevating everybody they touch. So it's pretty awesome. Ricky, I'm going to turn it back to you, man. I appreciate you bringing me on. You didn't have to do that, but I'm looking forward to working with all you guys, man.
All right. Thank you, Bob. And one thing, Bob, whenever we were talking, I believe it was last night, he goes, Rick, you know what's crazy is that the top income earners are not even here yet. And that really kind of blew me away, because I'm like, Bob, you're right. We're just getting started. It's 10 months.
That's right.
It's pretty exciting where we're at, where we're going as a company. And like we always say, we're not going to leave a family, but we will leave a business. And we've created a family culture here. Nobody's going nowhere. This thing, it's like I was telling Bob last night, it's like a big old huge magnet. And there's people coming and sticking together. And this magnet just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So with that being said, I'm going to let Chris Schweda come back on and close out the call. Thank you guys for hopping on tonight. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And, guys, there are so many people that was at this event, and we would love to hear all these stories. And I'm wondering how this would work. And I'm not sure if the page allows it, but if people would want to share maybe like a real quick, if y'all want to do like real quick clips of like what you got out of the event and how exciting it was for you, and maybe share those video clips. I don't know if people can go live in the Team Rise page, but it'd be great if people could, because guys, we would be on this call for 2 or 3 hours if we had everybody that was at the event share their insights, share exactly what they dealt with. But I would really love to hear, a lot of the different stories and takeaways that people have. I don't know if anybody else wants to. I see Tony raised her hand. Tony, do you want to share?
No, Chris, I apologize. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Oh my God, superstar leader.
No, I didn't mean to raise my hand is what I said. I will share. I will do a live in the group though and share tomorrow. How's that?
That would be awesome. I see Colt put his hand up. Colt, you out there?
Yeah, I was going to volunteer for the live group. I'm all on board on that. I don't want to take anybody's time tonight. I'm so fired up. I'm so excited. I will just do a 1 second video and share my recap on let's create a message thread or something like that. But yeah. What do you say?
I want to share something very quick.
Go ahead, Francisco. By the way, guys, Francisco, let me just share something real quick. This guy is an unbelievable servant-driven leader. And what he did over this weekend was something that most leaders, just the amount of effort and energy that he put into making the environment for his team, that many that did not speak English. I mean, it was just unbelievable. This dude sat in this booth. I probably would have went stir crazy or whatever, but he sat there and translated the entire event. And guys, when they have translators come in or sign language people and all that, they take turns, maybe an hour at a time. This dude sat in his booth and just sat there and translated for everyone. I mean, I just couldn't even imagine being able to, having to go and do that. But it just shows what kind of leader that he is. And I'm just really, really impressed and blessed that you've been attracted to this team. And I just want to say your team is really, really blessed to have someone that is going to go out there and do something like that for them so everyone can experience everything no matter what language they are. So over to you, buddy.
Thank you for that, Chris. That's something that I learned from my Savior, Jesus Christ. He teach me to, in order for you to be a leader, you need to serve. That's the only thing that I learned from him. And not the only thing, but it's the most important thing that I always learn from God is to always serve from the heart. And I was having the issue that a lot of my team were going that they didn't understand nothing English. So I say, there's something that we have to do. So everything came together for we have the translators. One of the leaders, Noel, he was a big leader in another company. He had the radios. And he said, I can put the radios, but we need the translators. And I say, you know what? Forget it. I went to Dallas. My passion started in Dallas. I want you guys to have Dallas. So I'm going to translate everything that you guys need to. I had the help from Dina, one of my team members. She helped me a little bit. But the last 2 days, pretty much I did everything. There was a point in the convention, and this never happened to me in 23 years in this industry, that I had to stop translating and start crying. And when you have a event that can put a solid effort, story after story, and create the environment that the spirit moves you to the point that you get to cry, no matter what, because you found something that is bigger than ourselves. This is bigger than the whole team. This is bigger than moving $3 million in sales every month. This is a mission. This is something real. And one point I had to say to my team, give me 1 second. I'm hearing everything. Let me cry for just 1 second, and I will translate the rest. Because it was so incredibly unbelievable. Apart that, trying to translate Kevin Thomas is $1 million. If I'm going to translate Kevin Thomas again, I say, it's impossible. Kevin Thomas is hilarious to be translating. But I have to tell you, one takeaway from this event. We need to stop the MLM network marketing language. That's stop. We are so different. We are a different culture. And when Larry Thompson, Taylor Thompson were sharing the first generation back to us, the DNA of that first generation. I started in 1995. I was 18 years old. I was Gavin's age when I started. Well, Gavin is 21 now, but he started at 18. So I say, this is so amazing what these guys are putting in this community, is to understand how everything started. And it's blew my mind. You know, I was like, I have never seen this. I've been in many events, but I had to cry like a little kid in that booth because I was listening to story after story and translating every story that it blew my mind. So Chris, it was an amazing event.
Thank you, brother. Shane McCall.
Hey, buddy. Nice to see you. What I wanted to share was Sunday when everybody was getting on stage and how excited the leaders were for the other people to get on that stage. You know, when you're more excited about other people's achievements. I was sitting and I was watching all of the leaders so proud, taking photos and videos of people speaking on the mic and people get up on stage for all of them to experience through them. That's when you know you're in the right place. We're so happy to have everybody hop up on that stage and get their strut on that stage. And it all starts with a start. It starts for everybody exactly the same. And get out of our minds and into our hearts. And that's exactly what we all do here. And, you know, start whatever it is that you want to start. If you want to start doing Facebook Lives, start doing Facebook Lives. You know, I say this quite often. You know, my own mother poked fun at me at going Facebook Live, that nobody went on my Facebook Live. There's nobody ever watching. Why do you do it? And I said, because someday, one day, somebody might. And, you know, the amount of people that you can meet, and you never know who you're going to inspire those people, but you'll never inspire anybody if you don't take any action. So go start your start and take massive action. Like Gavin said, run for that 90 days. Start it now. If you've been hesitant and you haven't been doing it, if you've been in your own mind, go and start your start now. It's never too late to start. The best time was yesterday, but the second best time is today. And you've always got tomorrow to start it as well. So I invite you guys to run right now 90 days like the rest of us are. Run fast, run hard, love hard, and go help as many people as you can. Use your heart, not your mind. And
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shane. Shelly, did you have something you wanted to share real quick?
Yeah, I know. I don't have anything quite as extraordinary as you guys do because you all have been part of a lot of other companies and start-offs and all that. I've never sold anything in my life. I helped my little girl sell Girl Scout cookies when she was in elementary school, so this is a first for me. And this weekend was absolutely amazing. Amber Turner took me with her. We had so much fun. I was so excited just to be able to meet my coffee family, just to be able to see you guys in person. It's like I see you on here every week, but it's like, oh my gosh, there they are. So I just wanted to say this is exciting, and I'm going to take off with it. I'm going to run. While I was there, I had 7 online orders. That's big for me because I'm from a very small town. But I love helping people, and I love seeing people happy. So I just wanted to say thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. And guys, in closing, I want to share a couple things. First off, you know, everyone is on a different journey. Everyone is in a different place. And what I see happen over and over and over again, and because I did it myself, is we start to compare. We compare ourselves to other people. We see other people run faster than we are. Then we start to create a story in our mind about how we might not be good enough and all those things. And I just want to share, like, even when Shelly started, you know, hey, I've never done this before and all that. And guys, every single person is starting off new at some point. And see, your past doesn't equal your future. Whatever has happened in your life, whatever you've encountered, any kind of success, any kind of failure, really has no bearing on what you're capable of or what is possible. But when we start to compare ourselves to other people and we start to create a story that maybe we're not good enough. And what I want everyone to leave here with is the fact that you are good enough. You know, this thing is really led with passion. What is in your heart? If you don't believe in yourself 100% that you can go out there and create this, borrow our belief in you, because we know that you can do it. Guys, I know where I started off, where I was. I was a horseshoer. That's what, I mean, I was bent onto a horse's butt all day. I was like the epitome of what not to do. But, you know, we talk about how your story is good enough and sharing, you know, your passion about the product, not selling, not being weird, but sharing what the product did for you. You don't have to be incredible at that if you're passionate about what you do. And what I will share is that just look at your life right now, the things that you're good at. Guys, it took time to get good at those things. Well, everything in life that you're good at took some time. Give yourself the time. Invest in yourself. And when we say invest in yourself, we're not saying, look, guys, you don't have to go follow some guru. You don't have to go, go walk on coals. You don't have to go do all these things that people do. Now, am I saying don't do personal development, don't read a good book, or don't do those things? Absolutely not. Those things have definitely helped me become the person that I am today. But what I'm trying to share with you is you have every seed right now. You don't have to say, well, as soon as this happens, then I'm going to do it. As soon as that happens, then I'm going to do it. Guys, it boils down to our message of happiness. Many times people say, well, you know, as soon as I'm making more money, then I'll be happy. As soon as this happens, then I'll be happy. Guys, it starts with the happiness first. If you decide to be happy, all the things go in alignment. Everything starts to manifest. You start to make more money. You start to have a different life. So what I want to share with you guys is that every single one of you all have an opportunity with this company for you to decide to create the life that you want. And I just want to congratulate, first off, all the people that stepped up and shared tonight. Like, Shelly's never done this business before. It wasn't comfortable for her to jump out there and share her story and stuff like that. And so I just want to commend everybody that did share on the call tonight. And guys, this is your call. And if you take ownership of this call, then you're going to basically have your people get on this call. We want to hear your story. We want to hear what's happening for you. So take ownership of this, because this is your call. And then when you have value to share, we want to hear from you. Raise your hands where we can have you share your story, because people need to hear that. Everyone's at a different point in their life. And guys, this is a marathon, not a sprint. It's not how fast you get across the finish line. It's the fact that you get across the finish line. And you'll hear me say over and over and over again that a couple things stuck with me with my mentor when I started, when I believe that I could do it only because if this guy made that much money, then I can screw up and make a few thousand, right? But he said a couple things. It takes the rest of your life to fail. It takes the rest of your life to fail, and the only way to fail is to quit. And what I will promise you guys is that if you will stick with us, if you will plug into this family, and you will basically get on these calls on a weekly basis and have information and inspiration poured in you on a weekly basis, and hear positive mental attitude over and over and over again, guys, your life will change. Because it really boils down to this. Your philosophies are going to create your habits. Positive philosophies create positive habits. Negative philosophies, or having things that or conversations we have with ourselves, or a belief system of ourselves, if it's not empowering, it will create bad habits. It will create bad activities. So guys, on these calls, you're hearing people share over and over and over. And what we'll always say, and you might say, well, I've heard this before. Well, guys, I don't care how many times you heard it. Fundamentals are fundamentals. You know, Michael Jordan already knew how to dribble a basketball, but he still practiced it every single day. And that's why he became great, because it's about the simple fundamentals. And it starts off with your philosophies. It starts off with your mindset. And it's about what you think of yourself. So guys, if you're in a place where you're not where you want to be, write something to yourself. Create a mission statement on who you are. Guys, when I was at my lowest state, when I was at a disempowered state, I decided I didn't feel good about where I was. I didn't feel like a winner. So I tricked my mind. We lie to ourselves all the time. We lie to ourselves and tell ourselves all the things that we can't do. How about you lie to yourself and tell yourself the things that you can do? Tell yourself a different story until you believe it. We've all heard that saying, that person lies so much they believe their lies. How many of us heard that? You know, put it in the comments if you've heard that before, or if you know somebody that believes in their own lies. Guys, it's time to write a new story for yourself. It's time to give yourself a new story that you are the leader that people are looking for. I'm healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm physically fit. I'm the leader people are looking for. Start telling yourself those kind of things. Start empowering yourself. And guys, if you lie to yourself enough, you might not be there today, but you will start to believe that message, guys. So it starts off with your philosophies. Your philosophies are going to create your habits. Your habits/activities are going to create your results. But it starts right here first. And this is something you're going to hear every single week. Every single week, you're going to hear this over and over and over again until you start to do it. Guys, I was blown away. I remember what Lizzie shared in the very beginning and her demeanor from the very beginning, but sticking with this team for a year, watching her, and that really stuck out to me when she shared on that call on how her life basically has changed based on her changing the way she felt about herself and how it has now attracted people into her business. And this is the last thing I'm going to say, guys. You are one person away from a breakthrough. You are one person away from a breakthrough. Your business might not be where you want it to be today. And none of our businesses are. So it's okay if you don't feel like where you are. But disempowering questions bring disempowering answers. Well, why is my life like this? Why do I keep messing up? Why do I whatever? Ask yourself empowering questions. How do I attract the people that I want to have in my business? How can I turn my life around? How can I whatever? And if you ask that question, you will come up with the empowering answers. So guys, you're one person away from a breakthrough. There's one person that can come into your life and join this business. So that's why you need to share this with every single person that you know, because all no's are created equal, but all yeses are not. And you don't know who it is that's going to basically be blessed by what you said. What Bob shared about how when you make that list and when you're calling people, so many people look at, oh, I'm trying to get people in my business. No, change the phraseology on who can I bless with this business today? Who can I share this with today? And who has been praying for something, looking for something? And because of your fear of the possibility of rejection, you didn't talk to that person and throw them the lifesaver, the life ring that they've been praying for. But because you were worried about what they were going to think of you, you didn't go out there and prospect them. Guys, you don't know who it's going to be. You don't know who that is. You're one person away from a breakthrough. And when you see the way that this comp plan works, you're going to realize that. Because if you brought in one person that really saw this thing and lit it up, your life can absolutely change because of the way that this thing is going to empower people. With that being said, I just want to tell you guys that I so appreciate you all. I'm so humbled to be a part of this, you know, and I don't say this enough, but guys, I want to thank Ricky Durant for trusting me enough to basically get started with me, because he was that one person that helped me turned my life around when I was in a very disempowered state. So with that being said, guys, you are one person away. You guys rock. I absolutely love you all. We are so humbled to have you in this team, and we know that you have what it takes to create the life that you've always desired. So let's go out there and take all out massive action in this month, and let's make this our best month leading into the best year we've ever had. Everybody have an awesome night.
Bye. Thank you.
Good night, you guys.
Thanks.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Blessings to our Cubby family.
Hey, Francisco.
Bye.
All right, everyone.
Great meeting, guys.